Where is it at?
It's now time for a KBRF video sports streaming presentation. Today's game is brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout, Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard, Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups, Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game, the Viking Cafe and the Viking Cafe keys to the game, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapies Incorporated, Fergus Falls Monument, Otters Coaches, Fresh and Fancy at Mamashina's, FM Bank, Service Food, Ugstead Plumbing and Heat, and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout. It's now time for a KBRF video sports streaming presentation. Today's game is brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout, Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Today's game is brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime.
Ventrogan.
It's now time for a KBRF video sports streaming presentation. Today's game is brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout, Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard, Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups, Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game, the Viking Cafe and the Viking Cafe keys to the game, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapies Incorporated, Fergus Falls Monument, Otters Coaches, Fresh and Fancy at Mamashina's, FM Bank, Service Food, Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Splash Express, American Legion Post number 30 of Fergus Falls, Lake Country Graphics, LB Homes, and by Running Stitches Embroidery. Now let's head out for the pregame.
Welcome to Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. Thanks for tuning in tonight on AM 1250 KBRF, also on the Fergus Now app if you're streaming, or on YouTube, KBRF Radio. Mark Johnson with you as the Otter boys are at home to take on the River Lake Stars in a Central Lakes Conference game. River Lakes is playing out of Section 5A, the Otters in Section 6A, but this is a conference game. The River Lake Stars right now are 0-1 on the season. They opened up Tuesday night against Little Falls, and in that game they outshot the Flyers 45-33, but came out on the losing end of that one against the Flyers, and that game was played at Exchange Arena. The Otters, they are 1-2 on the season. Tuesday night they went down to the MAC, took on St. Cloud, lost 3-1, got outshot in that one, but have improved in a lot of aspects of the game, especially coming in the defensive zone, now working to neutral ice. They'll get that offense going here soon. We are going to take a break and come back with Otter head coach Mike Donahue as our pregame show continues.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Otter Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Otter Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
It's Otter boys hockey tonight on AM 1250 KBRF, also streaming on the Fergus Now app and on the KBRF YouTube channel. Joined by Mike Donahue, head coach of the Otters. And Mike, let's just talk about our game against St. Cloud the other night. And I know that it's early in the year. We're a young team, but we're making some progress. I know we got to get more shots. I know that's an emphasis. But just talk about that game and maybe starting from the goal crease out. Is that kind of where you're kind of working your way towards the scoring aspect?
Yeah, we haven't got much beyond our blue line yet, and I think that's one of the probably hindrances in the offensive end is we're trying to let them just kind of go and play down there. But when you talk about just working on our end, Holdy, of course, is the backstopper for us. He was a great goalie for us last year, and just as he's a senior with all of his experience that he's brought in, definitely look to him for big minutes. And I thought defensively we did a much better job against St. Cloud. That's been where a lot of our work has been. Minneapolis game, I didn't think we checked very good on our end, and I thought we had way better positioning. Our wings did a much better job getting pucks out of our zone against St. Cloud, and that's something we need to continue to work on. I think the other big thing is just having some poise with the puck. There's too many times I feel where we get the puck, we have time and space to make a play, and for whatever reason, we just get rid of it. Or we're tired where we could take just 2 more steps and maybe make a play where, you know what, sometimes you got to suck it up. You might have to play a little bit tired, but being able to make that extra play is really important at this level instead of giving them the puck back and then we're just back to defending again.
The neutral zone's a key part of the ice, isn't it, to a huge part of the game?
Yeah, and I thought we did a good job in St. Cloud. We kind of tried some different things early in the year. St. Cloud, we didn't give them as much space. They did a good job just getting pucks in behind our D and then coming with speed to attack us. So I was really happy with the progress we made through that part defensively. Offensively, it's another story where, we just got to handle pucks a little bit better.
Offensively, I know we need to get more shots on goal. That's just part of it, but that's a huge part of this game, isn't it? Going hard to the net, being in those dirty areas. But what's the message to the team?
The 2025 model year closeout pricing has arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. They have just a handful of new 2025 Chevy and Buick vehicles remaining, and all of them are at their lowest prices of the year. From the Chevy Blazer to the Buick Enclave, you won't want to miss out on these great deals. Contact the sales team for more information. Minnesota Motor. South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top-quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
There we go. Yep, we're good. Hey, okay. All right. All right. Yeah, we're going. Thanks to Dave Bishop, our game site engineer. We had some trouble here getting rolling, but the Otters are out on the ice. And, again, our Viking Cafe, keys to the game, brought to you by the Viking Cafe in downtown Fergus Falls. One of them is poised with the puck. I was talking to head coach Donahue, and, again, apologize. Part of that interview got cut off, but having poise with the puck and just taking it a couple extra strides or a half a second just to make the right and the correct play. Also, some offensive pressure. Shots on goal. We have struggled getting significant shots on goal in this one. We need more and more of that. And then also playing a full 51 minutes. But we're working our way from the goal crease out to the defensive zone, neutral zone. Now we'll really zone in on the offense. So those are our Viking Cafe keys to the game. Again, Fergus Falls coming off that 3-1 loss to St. Cloud. Had a good one in that one, but just not able to bury enough pucks. Power play struggled a little bit in that one. It's now time for our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups, brought to you by Nelson Auto Center, Highway 210 West in Fergus Falls. In goal for River Lakes, number 30, Devin Swanson. Isaac Blaschko at one defense. His defensive partner, number 12, Brock Bruntlett. And up front, centering Eric Paulson. On the left side, number 6, Parker Wells. And on the right side, number 4, Eli Gilbertson. Nick Kepler is in his first year at River Lakes. I talked to him before the game. He comes from the East Coast, and again, he is in his first year. Shannon Omscheid, TJ Bogansky, Troy Engerbretson, and Caden St. John, the assistant coaches. Again, River Lakes, so far, one game they lost to Little Falls by a score of 4-2. They did outshoot the Flyers 45-33 in that game. They're announcing the Otter Little Buddies right now, and there's Asher Froning. We're good friends of their family. And, and the other little buddy, Gavin Christensen. A lot of fun. And then a Nelson boy. Yeah, so it's kind of fun to see the Otter Buddies. And in goal will be tonight Holden Stenstrom. .927 save percentage, a .267 goals against average. At one defense, number 15, Tanner Donahue. He's got a goal and 2 assists. On the right side, Brody Crine. And Brody so far 1 assist on the year. Up front on the left side, Caden Zenner. He is a junior. He's got 3 assists on the year. Right side will be Chase Johnston, who started out the year. Chase is a freshman, and Johnston will jump up from defense to forward, and at center will be sophomore Luke Johnson. And again, he has 3 goals and no assists on the year. Those are your Nelson Auto Center starting lineups. Otters are coached by Mike Donahue, Peter Johnson, Isaac Young, and Mike Alt. We'll take a break and come back with our puck chop. It's the Otters and the Stars.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
And we're set to go here. The Otters win the faceoff. They did send it into the River Lake Stars zone. Now River Lake's back the other direction. And here come the Otters. They'll gain the zone. Chase Johnston, Caden Zender, and Luke Johnson at forward. Brody Crine and Tanner Donahue defensively. River Lake's up the left side to Parker Wells. He'll send it behind Stolt Holden. Picked up by Ingebretson in the corner. Ingebretson in the far corner. Still with the puck. Hit there along the boards. Shot there, blocked there. He'll get off. And it'll be an icing call against Fergus Falls. An icing call on the Otters. And again, thanks for sticking with us here. We had a few issues just getting everything tuned up and on the air, and we're rolling now. 16-11 to go in the first period. The Otters bring out Welly, Quinwin Sheldon, and Bennett Tilke. Defensively, Luke Johnson and Brant Sherman. Here's Sherman behind goaltender Stenstrom, trying to get it out to Quinwin Sheldon. They tried to clear it out of the zone. It's kept in by the defenseman Hoekstra. Then a shot on Holden Stenstrom, and Holden makes the save. And the Otters opened up against Marshall, beat them 7-1, and then lost to Minneapolis 4-0, lost to St. Cloud last Tuesday by a score of 3-1. Here's Welly on the draw here against Bayer. That's Lucas Bayer. Otters going to win the draw. Brant Sherman will gain the zone. He'll ring the boards. It Karam's kind of wildly off the far corner. And the puck poke checked away by Welly and sent back behind goaltender Devin Swanson. William Robinson got the first start in that loss to Little Falls. And Devin Swanson, the goalie here tonight. Brant Sherman shortens up the ice. Now puck out to neutral. Sent in behind Stenstrom. Holden will stop it behind the net. Play it over along the wing. Try to get it to Brant Sherman. Line change for the Otters. Corbin Profit, Zach Pierce, and Cullen Alt. Otters get it out to neutral ice. Corbin Profit hustling after that. Neutral ice sent back into the Otter defensive zone. Luke Warner will pick it up. Luke behind the goal. Sends it to Brant Sherman along the near wing. Otters tried to clear it. Kept in, though, by Zimmer. Zimmer tried to find Omscheid. That's Noah Omscheid. There's a Isaac Omscheid and a Noah Omscheid. Schultzenberg, the other line mate, wears number 2 on this River Lake Stars team. Puck along the near half wall, chipped out. Trying to find Pierce. That's going to be an icing call here on Fergus Falls. With that line change, Brody Crine and Tanner Donahue defensively, Chase Johnston. So we have Luke Johnson and Chase Johnston. I might go by Luke and Chase maybe. And Caden Zender on the first line for the Otters. Omscheid, the fourth line center, will take the draw here against Luke. Luke will win the draw. Played behind the net. Here's Brody Crine. Brody will send it forward. Popped out to neutral ice. Otters trying to gain possession of it. Pops back into the Otter defensive zone. Crine will go back after it. They reverse it to the near boards. Otters trying to dig it out of there. Puck along the near half wall in the corner. Luke Johnson. Now to Chase Johnston. Chase will bring it up the right side. Here's Chase with a puck. Sauces it to Donahue. Shot and a save made. Good job by Donahue. Caught that one on the saucer pass from Johnston. Tapped in. Zender. Zender gets it back. Chips it back below the goal line. Luke Johnson will battle there. In comes Chase Johnson. Zender sends it to the far corner. Comes out to Crine. Good job by Brody. Here's Luke in the corner. Taps it behind the net to Chase Johnston. Here's Chase with a puck now. Still with it. Cycles it back down into the corner. Crine will hold that one in. Sends it towards the goal. And then Devin Swanson will get a glove on that. So a little offensive push there by the Otters. 13:32 to play in the first period. And we have no score here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Here comes the draw. Won by the Otters. Luke Warner will keep it in. Bennett Tilke, Quinn Wincheld, and Hunter Welly on for Fergus Falls. Puck out to neutral ice. Played there by Wells. Quick after is Eli Ingebrigtsen in the corner. Welly comes in to help Brant Sherman. And now Welly with a puck. Welly will chip it out to neutral ice. Gathered up there by Blaschko, and he'll send it back in over the line. Now Brant Sherman. Pass to the near side a little too far for Sheldon. The puck goes out of Quinn Wynn's stick into the slot area. They tried to find Wells, and the Otters will move it out. Bennett Tilke going in through a meat grinder. Quinn Wynn Sheldon after it. Now to Tilke. Oh, and it just hopped over his stick. It was right in the high slot area. Puck played over to the far side. Otters out shooting River Lakes here by a score of 2-1 so far. Donahue with it. Now right below us here. Battle for the puck. Picked up here by Chase Johnston. He will send it in. He collides with Luke Johnson and also Griffin Mayhew. Luke goes on the forecheck. Played forward by the Stars, out to neutral ice. Over the line, Bayer. Into the skates there of McIndens. Pops out into the Otter bench. And Fergus Falls faceoff will be in the Otter defensive, or at neutral ice. No, it's going to be in the Otter D zone, pardon me. The JV wins 2-1 in overtime. Good job there by the Otters and getting the overtime winner with Simon McGovern. Easton Eckhoff got the other goal. Levi Klocksvik played very well in goal for Fergus Falls. Face-off won by River Lakes. They played along the near half wall. Mayhew down in the corner. Where's number 7? Mayhew still with the puck. Now through traffic. Now to the near side. Little pressure here now by the Stars. Mayhew down in the corner, bothered by Bennett Tilke. Played back behind the net, controlled by Bayer. And then a quick shot there off the stick of number 3, Henry Eckerman. Face-off will stay in the Otter defensive zone. Luke Warner, sophomore defenseman, along with Brant Sherman. And then sophomores Zach Pierce, freshman Cullen Alt, and then sophomore Corbin Profit. So a young Otter team here. Otters trying to move it out. There's a broken stick there for the defenseman Eckerman. River Lakes quickly back the other direction. Olmscheid drops the defense for Hoekstra. Hoekstra plays it below the goal line. Sherman tried to get it over to Cullen Alt. Clean exit. Pass to Zach Pierce. Just popped off his stick. Otters will stay on the forecheck. Good job by Pierce. There's a shot and a save made off the stick of Corbin Profit. Luke Warner with a shot. That's going to be blocked out front. Good job by Luke Warner. Zach Pierce to Brant Sherman. Shot blocked there. Brant will keep it in. Profit towards the net. Cullen out. Slaps it with his right stick there. Good pressure here by the Otter third line, and River Lakes just relieves pressure. Good job by Alt, Pierce, and Profit. Luke Warner and Brant Sherman with a good push there. No score here in the first period. 5 shots on goal for the Otters, 2 for River Lakes. River Lakes about 9 different schools over in the New London, Spicer, Paynesville, area. Otters win the draw. Sent towards the net, goes over to the far corner. And cleared out of the zone. Brant Sherman will hustle back after it. Takes a hit, sheds his man. Poke checked away. Caden Zender will scoop it up. And we have a hand pass. Hand pass on the Otters. It'll go back in the Otter defensive zone. Brody Crine and Tanner Donahue come out defensively. Again, Holden Stenstrom, senior, goaltender, having a good year so far. A .927 save percentage. He stopped 102 of 110 shots so far. That's not too shabby. It's very good. Otters going to lose the draw. Chase Johnson will put a hit on his man. Luke Johnson comes in. Now Luke will pick it up. Try to battle it out of the zone. Puck picked up by Tanner Donahue. Here's Tanner. He'll sauce it forward. Here's Johnston with it. Luke. Saucer pass looking ahead there for Luke Johnson and also Caden Zender. And the goaltender Swanson gets on top of that one. Big hit right in front of the Otter bench by Chase Johnston. Again, Chase is a freshman. And Luke Johnson will take the draw here for the Otters against Eric Paulson. Paulson wins the draw. Blasco behind the net. Comes out to neutral ice. They're going to say it was touched, so it comes into the Otter zone. Picked up by Tanner Donahue. Tanner will move it out. Chase Johnston. Now to Luke Johnson. Luke up the left side. In the corner. He broke his good stick last game. We're kind of a little low in the stick department. He's using one of his brother Isaac's sticks, some juniors, I believe. Over the line. Otters keep the pressure on. Play it to the near side. Caden Zender will come up with the puck. Here's Caden with it. Has Luke out front. Still with the puck. Caden below the goal line. Let's turn and fire. Turns and takes a short angle shot. Had Luke Johnson in the slot. Elected to go and try to tuck it top shelf. But a good play there by Caden. 7 shots on goal for the Otters, 2 for River Lakes. Good to see those numbers up there as far as the shots go. The Otters have struggled putting pucks on net. We got to get them in the back of the net now. Welly will take the draw here against Lucas Bayer. Brant Sherman is bumped off the puck. Good back check by Welly. And good job by Quinn Wynn Sheldon back the other direction. Tried to center it there for Bennett Tilke. Quinn comes up with a puck. Here's Quinn. Now to Bennett Tilke. Tilke. Now Quinn Wynn Sheldon. He'll rip one. That's going to be left of the net. Luke Warner will hold it. Send it into the corner. Bennett Tilke battling there against Henry Eckerman. Near side pass picked off momentarily there by Brant Sherman. And here comes an offsides call here against River Lakes. 8:53 to play in the first period. No score here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Face-off right below us here. Going to be Zach Pierce, Cullen Alt, and Corbin Profit. Profit will take the draw here against Lucas Bayer. Corbin's going to win the draw. Comes back to Brandt. Brandt will chip it forward. Comes back into the outer zone, picked up by Luke Warner. Here's Warner with a puck. Right side pass. Comes up to Corbin Profit. Corbin will accelerate. Tried to get it over to good defensive play there by Hoekstra. He was trying to find Cullen Alt going to the net. Poke check nicely that time by Brant Sherman. Tanner Donahue comes on. Brody Crine on defensively as well. You know, I'm seeing improvements every game. You know, we're starting in the back end, working towards neutral ice, and now we got to score some goals. Puck picked off here by River Lake, sent into the zone by Schultzenberg. And then Holden comes out. It was carried off the back wall, and he'll get on top of that one. No score here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. 8:11 to play in the first period. Luke Johnson will take the draw here. Caden Zender and Chase Johnston. And they're going to toss Braden Schultzenberger out of the circle. Luke's going to win the draw back to Brody Crine. Tap to the near wall, but River Lakes comes up with it. Shot on goal, and the save made by Stenstrom. Face-off will be to the left glove side of Holden Stenstrom. No score, 8:06 to play in the first period. River Lakes controls the draw. Back behind the goal line. Luke Johnson and Brody Crine in on the corner. Luke kicks it out of there. Here's Johnson with a puck. Gets it out to the wing to Chase Johnston. Chase up the right side. Still with the puck. Through traffic. That's going to be picked up now. And it's played. It goes up and out of play off the stick of Blake Zimmer. Faceoff will stay in the Otter offensive zone. Here was 7:43 to play in the first period. No score here on the Park Region scoreboard. 7 shots on goal for the Otters and 3 for River Lakes. River Lakes will send their first line back out on the ice. Wells, Paulson, and Ingebrigtsen. Otters win the draw. Quick shot there by Chase Johnston. And Swanson with a save. Puck played over to the far side. Comes out to neutral. Picked up by Chase Johnson right in front of the River Lakes bench. In over the line. Good defensive play here by the Otters. Luke Johnson comes away with it. Tried to send it forward, but it was picked off. Good check that time by Brant Sherman. Little zone time here for River Lakes now. Stars with a puck. Shot there. Side of the net. Pops up. Otters trying to move it out of their own end here. It's picked up there by Caden Zender. Right side to Chase Johnson. He'll tap it in. He'll stay on. Zender and Johnson get off. Welly comes on, as does Quinn Wynn Sheldon. Mayhew will play it out to neutral ice in front of his own bench. Wells plays it in the Otter zone. No icing. Puck picked up by Brant Sherman. Near side pass to Quinn Wynn Sheldon. Quinn now at neutral ice. Has it picked off. Away with it all is Emmett Tennant. And the Stars have to check back up. Brad Sherman will go for a skate right below us. My granddaughter Lane is here and my daughter-in-law Chandler. It's fun to see you guys at the game. Yeah, you can pull up a little closer. And here comes River Lakes now. Bruntlet will go back in his own end. Puck along the far boards. Corbin Profit on. Bennett Tilke. Quinn Wynn Sheldon. Good hit by Tanner Donahue right below us. There against Olmscheid. And what are they going to call here? Donahue's going to go into the box. And pretty normal hit there. That guy just went down kind of hard, didn't he? So Donahue is going to go into the box here at 11 minutes of the period. So Tanner Donahue, and we'll see what the call is going to be here. No signals from the officials, huh? Yeah, no signal from the official. Yeah. Called a roughing call on Donahue. He just had I thought, a good hit on the man right below us here. Otters on the kill here now. Their penalty kill at about 85%. Good job by Caden Zender. Caden will pitchfork it, but it comes out to neutral ice. Picked up by Blaschko. Blaschko now in front of his own bench. Centering pass now to Ingebrigtsen. Eli Ingebrigtsen drops it to the point. They go to the far side. Comes back out high. It's a good spot to sit, isn't it, Elaine? Here's River Lakes. Near side pass with it now is Blaschko. Shot there, save made. Rebound, tapped out of there. Good play by Zender. Luke Johnson taps it out of the air. He'll get off. Quinn Wynn Sheldon will come on along with Tilke. Here comes Eli Ingebrigtsen. Good play by Crine. Now to neutral. Blaschko with the puck. Quinn Wynn Sheldon with a takeaway. Here's a possible 2-on-1. Quinn Wynn walking in, trying to get it over. Backhand through the slot. They just about scored. Tried to find Bennett Tilke. A shorthanded opportunity. Blaschko into the zone. To the point. Walking in. Stenstrom with a save off the stick of Jakin McAdens. Good job that time by Quinn Wynn Sheldon and Bennett Tilke. Good save that time by Holden Stenstrom. No score. We have 4:50 to play here in the first period. 50 seconds left in the penalty kill here for the Otters. Here comes the face-off. Otters going to win it, and Brant Sherman will send it down the length of the ice. Good job by Otters on the face-off and the clear. Here's Hunter Welly. Tried to send it out front to Corbin Profit. Good job by Welly. Battling behind the goal line. Now Blake Zimmer will pick it up. 28 seconds left in the penalty to Tanner Donahue. Down in behind the goal line. Brant Sherman sends it but not out. Took a weird carom. Settled down by Zimmer. He's being corralled over there in the corner. Luke Warner comes in as well. Puck behind the net. River Lakes now down to 10 seconds in the power play. Corbin Profit battling. Comes out to the point. There to Eckerman. Shot through traffic. Puck there in the slot. Otters trying to clear some people out. And Stenstrom comes out and makes the save and gets on the puck. They have a high stick. That's what Coach Donahue was saying, a high stick. One guy called a high stick. They want to get it moved out of the zone. But face-off is going to be the right of Holden Stenstrom. Coach Donahue was saying a high stick, and it should have came out of the zone, but nonetheless, the Otter face-off here will take place to the right of Stenstrom. Luke Johnson on the draw here against Eric Paulson. No, pardon me, against Schulzenberg. Otters win the draw. Krein near side to Zender. Zender gets ahead to Luke Johnson. Here's Luke up the left side. Takes it into the zone. Bumped off the puck. Here comes Chase Johnson. Puts it out front. Over to the far side. Sent out to neutral. Here comes a 2-on-1 possibility. Oh, and the pass through the crease was too far for Noah Olmscheid. Otters will move it out of their own end now. Tanner Donahue. Try to chip it against the boards. Comes to Brody Krein. Krein carries it forward to Caden Zender. Zender coming in, trying to make a move, but a good defensive play there by River Lakes. Zender still with the puck in the corner. Circles it back. High slot area, pops off a stick and is picked up by Noah Olmscheid. Olmscheid after it. That's Noah Olmscheid. Zender was going to put a hit on him. Picked up by Caden Zender. Oh, and he's hit. He's boarded from behind. We'll see what they're going to call on that one. And now the hands are up high down in the corner. 27 came in high with the hands. And so it better be just one. Oh, come on now. He was protecting his guy. When upper level hockey, you got to go in there and protect your guy. They better not take another guy. We'll see. So Brant Sherman's going to go to the box, as is Noah Olmscheid. So coincidentals. Yeah, they had to go to the penalty box. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to talk about that hit a little bit there. Time of the penalties here come at 14:13. So there was a hard hit there on the Otters, and then Brant was just coming in to protect his guy. And he was kind of hogtied by Paulson, number 27. It should be one penalty on them for a roughing and then offsetting. We should have a power play. We'll see. Head coach Donahue talking to the officials. Yeah, we had the first hit and then kind of a little kerfuffle after that. And so captain's got to stay on the other side of the red line too. That's hockey etiquette. Again, Brant Sherman came in to help out after that hit.
Plus they got 6 guys on the ice.
Yeah, don't tell anybody. It seems like they should have got one for the initial and then a coincidental. So coincidentals, 2:47 to go left in the period. Paulson takes the draw here. Luke Warner sends it into the corner. Battle along the boards. Puck pops out towards neutral ice. Good stick by calling out. Zach Pierce will stick it towards center. Cullinal with it now. He'll send it in over the line. Tapped, kept in by Pierce. Here's Pierce that walks in. Good hard shot by Pierce. Puck is loose. Rebound. Where's the puck? A lot of people in the slot. And a lot of cross-checking after the play by River Lakes. It was kind of crazy. And there's Henrik, grandson Henrik. How are you, buddy? Yeah. He hasn't quite figured out what my headset is yet, so. Headphones. Man, just kind of a lot going on after the play there. So Otters will change lines here. Luke Johnson will come out along with Chase Johnston and Caden Zender. Face off to the left of goaltender Devin Swanson. We have 2:24 to play in the period. First period. Otters win the draw. Chase Johnston sends it towards the goal. Luke Johnson, another shot. Save made. Swanson. Brody Crine will keep it in. He'll chip it. Oh, there's a high stick. Chase Johnston slapped it out of the air. They're going to touch it. We're going to get it back. Got a new future broadcaster, my granddaughter Elaine. I love it. Right next to me. Brody Crine will pick it up. Chase Johnston. Luke Johnson will come in. Right in front of the Otter bench. Scooped up there by Blashko, the defenseman. Good stick by Zender. Pops out to neutral. Luke Johnson right below us here. Now Chase Johnston. He'll tap it in. Gain the zone. Luke will pick it up. Johnson with a shot and a glove save by Swanson. Otters are putting pucks on net. And a good shot there by Luke, but Devin Swanson with the save. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Devin Swanson. And a line change here for Fergus Falls here with 1:42 to play here in the period here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. No score. Otters looking for their second victory of the season. Face-off is going to be won and controlled by Bruntlett. Comes over to the near side, picked up by Brody Crine. Brody will send it, and Otters check back up. Quinn wins Sheldon will go on the forecheck. They play catch behind the net. Tapped. They're out of the air by Blashko. Up the near boards, and an icing call here against River Lakes. So an icing call on River Lakes with 1:21 to play. And the Otters now of a face-off in their own end here with 1:21 to play here in the period. 1:21 to play in the first period. No score. Nobody's scored yet. 0-0. Here comes a face-off. Luke Johnson will take the draw here against Isaac Olmscheid. Luke's going to win the draw. Comes out to Chase Johnston. Sends it into the corner. Zender after it. Donahue will shorten up the ice. Good job by Tanner. Picked up, poke checked away, though, from Zender. Puck out to neutral. Tap forward, sent in by Isaac Olmscheid. Into the corner. After it is Haying. Haying, a minute left to go in the period. 1 minute to go in the period. Lukey battling on the near corner. Dumps his man. Chase Johnson trying to move it out. Luke Johnson will try to tap it out of there. Puck played behind the goal line. Tanner Donahue tried to tap it out the near side. Picked up. Zender fanned on that centering attempt. Tried to get it out to neutral. Otters regroup. Here's Tanner Donahue. Tips it ahead. Caden Zender. Zender will pull it back. Makes a nice move, and the guy blew a tire. The River Lakes defenseman just totally blew a wheel there. Near side. Donahue. Chase Johnston. That's going to go over the top of the net. Played out to neutral. Oh, and Cullen had a flat tire, so it happens. Here comes River Lakes. Quick shot over the top of the net. 10 seconds to go in the period. Chase Zach Pierce battling on the far boards. Played back behind goaltender Holden Stenstrom. Comes out high. No time on the clock. And that is the end of the first period. 12-7 are the shots. River Lakes with 7. The Otters with 12. Had a pretty good first period of hockey there for the Otters. No score after the first 17 minutes of play. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with more. Again, our Otter Telcom Park Region scoreboard reads 0-0. Park Region service beyond the connection.
The 2025 model year closeout pricing has arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. They have just a handful of new 2025 Chevy and Buick vehicles remaining, and all of them are at their lowest prices of the year. From the Chevy Blazer to the Buick Enclave, you won't want to miss out on these great deals. Contact the sales team for more information.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Hey, Joe. Hey, we're back here at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. And the Otters and the River Lake Stars are tied right now 0-0 after the first 17 minutes of play. There was no scoring in the first period. There were a few penalties, 2 on the Otters, 1 on River Lakes. And the last penalty was coincidentals on the Otters and River Lakes, so there was only 1 power play for River Lakes. So the Otters did kill that one off. But again, 0-0 is our score. And shots on goal, 12 for Fergus Falls and 7 for River Lakes. Holden Stenstrom's topped all 7. Goaltender Devin Swanson has stopped all the shots he has faced thus far. So that's where things stand right now as we look forward to period number 2. And again, our cameraman and game site engineer is Dave Bishop. And he's got a full day. He's on the air with Mary at about 9 o'clock. It probably starts earlier than that. But this is not a bad gig, though. We're just Dave shaking his head. This is a good deal here. So we'll take a short break and come back with more on our Minnesota Motor Period Break. Minnesota Motor Company, South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Hey, we're back here at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. I got my grandson Henrik, my granddaughter Elaine with me tonight. Let's slide this way, Elaine. Yeah. Watching Uncle Luke play and Dad coach. Their dad Peter coaches, assistant coach here, so a lot of fun here at the rink. Again, shots on goal, 12 for Fergus Falls and 7 for River Lakes. And again, The Otter girls had a nice win against St. Cloud, 2-1 the other night, and the Otter boys lost by a score of 3-1 down in St. Cloud. So it's been a couple good nights of hockey for the Otters, and tonight hopefully get this second period rolling here and get things rolling. We'll take another timeout and come back with more on our Minnesota Mirror period break after this break.
Lake Region Healthcare knows what all coaches know. It takes tons of teamwork, great amounts of grit, and heaps of hustle to triumph. Lake Region Healthcare, supporting and celebrating our high school athletes.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Hey, we're back here at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena as the Otters and the River Lake Stars are tied 0-0 after one period of play. And so a lot going on here as far as our hockey broadcast, basketball broadcasts, and the likes. And just going to call up our schedule here. And Craig Olson is back from his time out on the East Coast. So, Craig, welcome back. And again, condolences to you losing a sister-in-law and a brother-in-law within the span of 8 days. But Craig will be back hosting the Coaches Show, and that'll be Saturday, and that's on AM 1250 KBRF. It's also streamed on the Fergus Now app and on the KBRF Radio YouTube channel. Other game on the air tonight, Bob Roars has the call of the Henning Hornets and Underwood Rockets girls basketball game on Z103. And then tomorrow night, it's Fergus Falls and Detroit Lakes girls basketball on KBRF with Bob Roars. And then Battle Lake at Hillcrest and girls basketball. Jason Retzloff the call, that one on KJ Country. And a lot of streaming action going on as well. Our next hockey broadcast will be next Tuesday as Fergus Falls travels to Brainerd to take on the Brainerd Warriors. And so a lot of fun here in these days. There's no question about that. Again, Running Stitches is the local choice for screen printing and embroidery in Fergus Falls. Running Stitches Embroidery. 0-0 is our score. Again, Minnesota Motor brings us our period break, and we'll take one of those breaks here and hear from our sponsors and come back with more here from Fergus Falls.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
We're good. Hey, we're back. The Zamboni's doing its work here. We're getting close to getting this next period underway. Do you know in college Big Ten hockey, it's 12 minutes between periods. Just 12 minutes, that's all it is. So, no, Laney, don't do that. So, I got my helper here. So, yep, but a full 15 minutes here. So, and again, the Otter girls beat St. Cloud here 2-1 the other night in a fun game. They got goals from Rachel DeBrito and Aubrey Nelson. The Otter boys lose 3-1 last Tuesday night against St. Cloud. Luke Johnson scored the lone goal for the Otters. How about the JV team tonight? The Otter JV, they win 2-1 in overtime, and Simon McGovern got the winning goal in that one. The first goal was scored by Easton Eckhoff, so a fun one for the Otter boys JV team tonight. And again, Otter JV coached by Isaac Young, and also we have Mike Alt as well. And then it's Peter Johnson and head coach Donahue, and a good team of 4 coaches there with a lot of hockey playing experience. So we'll take another timeout as we wait to start the second period. We'll come back with more. You're listening to Otter Hockey on AM 1250 KBRF, also streamed on the Fergus Now app and on the Fergus Falls KBRF radio YouTube channel.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
We're back here between the first and second periods, waiting for both teams to come back out on the ice to get this second period underway. Again, the JV won tonight by a score of 2-1. Goals from Simon McGovern and Easton Eckhoff. Other scores right now that we can report: Bagley, Fosston all over Wadena Deer Creek 10-0. A good one going on at the Moorhead Sports Center. Moorhead and St. Michael Albertville tied 2-2. And those are just some scores of note, a couple of area scores. And the Otters are set to come back out. And here they are. Holden Stenstrom leads the Otters out. Otters are going to be moving to my right in this period. And again, one power play for River Lakes, and then 2 coincidentals on the Otters and River Lakes, and that resulted in just playing 5-on-5 play. And so we're set to go here. Got fresh ice, and make sure we don't have any puddles behind the goals. Again, River Lakes, a conglomeration of schools. They play in Richmond, and they also play in Paynesville. And so New London, Spicer, Cold Spring, Richmond, Paynesville area, and all those different spots. So, all right, let's get her going here. Looking forward to this second period. How about that Gopher basketball team last night? I know we're at a hockey game, but kind of a big win for them against number 19th rated team in the country. What do you got there? You got some Russian tea or? Oh, okay. Both teams huddled around their coaches as they get set to play. And my granddaughter, Elaine, my sidekick, is right here with me, so we're set to go. Here we go. Holden Stenstrom's played well, and so has Swanson. Luke Johnson will take the draw here against Eric Paulson. Second period is underway. And let's see who controls the puck. It's going to be controlled by Engerbretson. He'll gain the zone. Try to pass it over. Donahue with a nice takeaway. Tapped out of the zone there by Chase Johnston. Now Crine goes D to D to Otters will get a good start. Sent ahead to Luke Johnson. Chase Johnson now to Luke out front. Backhand and a save made. Good job there by Chase getting to Luke, and Luke gets a backhand shot off. Shoot the puck, good things happen, correct? Face-off will be to the glove side of Devin Swanson, who wears number 30. River Lakes in their black uniforms. Face-off is going to be won by the Otters. Puck played out now by River Lakes out to neutral ice. Kick forward by Parker Wells, but Brody Crine makes a nice defensive play, but it's turned over. And another poke check that time. This time it's Tanner Donahue. Puck played into the Otters zone. River Lakes with a little push here. Zender will scoop it up. Caden sauces it to Luke Johnson on the left side. Luke to Zender. Zender gets it back. He'll shoot it into the near corner. Luke Warner with a little shot on the ice. Again, Warner, a sophomore. Welly out on the ice. Hunter Welly. Quick shot through traffic. Hunter with it now. Puts it out front. Shot and a save made. Chase Johnston with an opportunity there. So a good opportunity and a good start to the period here for Fergus Falls. A good start to this period. And Hunter Welly will take the draw. Quinn Sheldon to his left. On the right side is Bennett Tilkey. Here's Welly on the draw. And it's going to be won by River Lakes. Eckerman sends it to the near side. Out to neutral ice. And a good hit down below us here by Hunter Welly. Puck frozen there by the side of the net. And a good job that time by goaltender Stenstrom getting a face-off just to kind of settle things down. Defensively, Brant Sherman and Luke Warner. 15 shots on goal for 15 shots on goal for the Otters and 12 there for River Lakes, or 7 for River Lakes. River Lakes plays it into the Otter zone, but an icing call on River Lakes. So they'll bring it back into the Otter offensive zone. Again, we have no score after the first 17 minutes of play. And tune in to Craig. He'll be back on the Coaches Show on AM 1250 this Saturday at 8 o'clock. It's also streamed on the Fergus Now app and also on the KBRF Radio YouTube channel. Face-off was won by River Lakes. Played over to the far side. Now towards neutral ice. Good job by Brant Sherman, but it's poke checked away from him by second-line centerman Lucas Bayer. Puck played into the Otter zone. Zach Pierce will go after it along with Quinn Sheldon. Puck hits the back of the net. Picked up by Bayer. Good read by Luke Warner. Puck out to neutral ice. And here comes River Lakes, but Brant Sherman after it. Brant will turn back and wheel the other direction. He'll send it in. Takes a hit right in front of the Otter bench. Puck kept in by Luke Warner. Fanned on by Corbin Profit. Tried to move it out. And now Profit will pick it back up. And turn, and he flings it the other direction. That's going to go on goal. Oh, and then Cullen Alt just about picked that one off as goaltender Swanson tried to clear it. Here's Bayer with the puck. Gains his own. Left side, shot by McIndez, and the save is made by Holden Stenstrom. 14:19 to play here in the second period. On the Park Region telephone scoreboard, Chase Johnston, Luke Johnson, and Caden Zender will come out. Defensively, Brody Crine and also Tanner Donahue. Johnson will take the draw here against Braden Schultzenberg. River Lakes, see if the Otters can control the draw. River Lakes will control it. Tapped out, picked up by Chase Johnston. Here's Chase with a puck. Headman pass. Now to Zender. Zender coming in and goal. Shot there. Another chance. In comes Crine. Zender with a goal from a tight angle. Hey, how about that? Caden Zender comes in from a tight angle and buries it, and the Otters go up 1-0 on the Park Region scoreboard. Cup came into the corner. Zender from a tight angle buries it, and it's 1-0 Fergus Falls. Caden Zender's first of the year. Time of this goal is 3 minutes of the period. So Zender's first of the year. Otters go up 1-0. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Battle right below us here. I have to look at the instant replay. We can look at the instant replay. Nice goal there. Yeah, it might have been an unassisted. They'll look back at it and see, but Chase Johnson played it towards the net, but I don't know. Let's wait, Robbie. It's so hard to know. I know. All right. No, I don't know for sure if that was him. Face off over in the corner. Battle for the puck in the corner. 13:35. We got some fireworks behind the net. We had some fireworks behind the net. We'll just take a look at this one after the play. Over in the far corner. Some battle going on, and they dumped one of the Otter players, so the River Lake Stars are going to go to the box. And it's going to be number 42, Eric Jones. So, all right. Okay, bye-bye, Laney. So, the Otter power play unit is on at 25%. River Lake's number 24, Jones, goes in at 3:28 of the period. So the Otters get a power play opportunity here. Luke Johnson will take the draw here for the Otters. (1-0) Fergus Falls. Otters are going to win the draw. Pops back out. Zender, right side to Donahue, back door, trying to get it to Luke Johnson down in the corner. Luke will try to keep his man away and cleared out by Blaschko. He'll carry it up the left side. Blaschko, left side. Good job by Donahue. Oh, they're going to call a trip on that. He was just sliding on the ice. So a tripping call here on the Otters. That'll nullify the power play. And so Tanner Donahue is going to go to the trip at 3:48 of the period. So Brant Sherman, Brody Crine, Caden Zender, 4-on-4 now. Be a short power play here for River Lakes out of this. River Lakes wins the draw. Right side pass. Hoekstra directed into the corner. Back behind the net. Here's Wells with a puck. Comes out to the point. Caden Zender's going to pick it up. Luke and Caden. Here's Caden up the left side. Sauce it over to Luke. Luke walks in. Shot. Came in tight. And the goal comes off, the goal mouth. Luke caught that pass from Zender, was in a little tight. So 4-on-4 here, 12:51 to play in the second period. 1-0 Otters. Otters win the draw. Comes out, quick shot, rebound out front. And goaltender Swanson makes the save. Good shot by Brant Sherman there. Face-off will be to the right of Swanson. Not Ben Swanson, the all-time winningest goalie here for the Otters. Johnson wins the draw. Comes out to Brant Sherman. Quick shot. That's going to be blocked. Brant gets it back. Plays it down to Zender. Zender walks in. Caden behind the net. Looking for somebody out front. Brings it out to Brody Crine. Now to Brant Sherman. Brant still with the puck. He'll take it down low. Zender will cover up for him. Now to Luke Johnson behind the net. Out to Crine. Here's Brody Crine. Over to Zender. Drops it for Sherman. Sherman walks in. Low shot on the ice. Crine with a rebound shot. Save made. Puck is loose. Oh, and then a cross check. Get him out of there. We're going to watch that one. That's how people get hurt. Bad hit at the end of the play. You'll see it on the replay. No doubt about that. We'll see it right after the end here. Number 19 comes in. And now the Otters are going to get a power play. All right, let's go. That's going to be against number 19, Jake and McInden's. Time of this penalty is going to be 4:43 of the period. So Eric Jones will be out in 45 seconds. So the Otters have a 4-on-3 here. Let's go. Face off. Here's Zender. Zender out high. Near side for Krein. Now Zender. Shot through traffic. Picked up by Brody. Brody will sauce it over to Brant Sherman. Brant back out to Zender. Bothered there. We might have a breakaway here. No, Zender's going to get back. Good job by Caden. He'll scoop it back up. So 22 seconds left. We have to get that puck moving quicker. Here's Zender, just about hooked. Zender below the goal line. Caden tough on the puck. Here's Caden with the puck. Back to Luke, right below the goal line. Luke in the corner. Lost the puck. Krein will get it back. Brody sends it out to Brant Sherman. Brant Sherman loads, walks in. Zender to Luke Johnson. Couldn't get everything on it there. And a goalie save made. Now we're playing 4-on-4 here. The Otters are going to end up with a short power play here. Puck sent up, picked up by Johnson, though. Right side to Brant Sherman. Sherman plays it ahead. Luke Johnson gets off. Zach Pierce is on, as is. Otters have a 53-second power play here now. Cullen Alt comes in after it. Sends it back out. Shot there by Corbin Profit. Corbin with a pass from Alt. Here comes Brody Krein. Otters really owning River Lakes here now. They're on the power play. Here's Krein with it now. Brant Sherman. Bring it over to Brody here. Now Brody. Krein with it near side. Backdoor. Corbin Profit had an opportunity there. Puck pops out. Otters are going to keep it in. Corbin Profit. Now to Sherman. Shot save made. Rebound. Side of the net for Zach Pierce. Oh, my goodness. Otter bench wanting a penalty call there. Otters got these guys pinned right now. There's a shot from the point to go! The Otters score! Brant Sherman with the goal, and the Otters go up 2-0 here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Puck came out to the point to Brant Sherman, and Brant scores for the Otters, and then that is his first of the year. So Brant Sherman, his first of the year. Time of this goal is going to be 5:43 of the period. Assist by Brody Krein. That end up being a power play goal, Robbie? Okay, power play goal. Krein with the assist. And Sherman with his first of the year. 2-0 Fergus Falls. Good second period here. Otters out shooting River Lakes 24-8. Puck over to the near boards. Quinn wins Sheldon plays it. Otters playing tough here now. Big hit in the corner. It's getting kind of crazy out here. We're going to have some penalties. Oh, and then they shoots the puck after the play. These guys are crazy out here. Shot the puck way after the play. So I think Hunter Welly is going to go to the box here. And let's see what they do, if they call an unsportsmanlike or not. Time of this penalty, 7:07. And the Otters going to have to kill a penalty here. Get a little wild here at the Roosevelt Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. Just got to keep your heads, though. That's the whole name of the game here. Luke Johnson will take the draw here for the Otters. Luke's going to win the draw. Puck back down in the corner. Bayer plays it out high. Now Bayer along the near side through traffic. Hopped over Luke Johnson's stick. Quick shot and a goal. Power play goal for River Lakes. And the time of this goal is going to be 7:25 of the period. And it's going to be number 27, Eric Paulson's second of the year. That'll be a power play goal. So Welly comes out of the box. And assisting on the goal is number 4, Isaac Blaschko, and number 24, Eli Engebretson. Otters on the attack. Puck at neutral ice. River Lakes plays it in over the line. Brody crying after it. Controlled there by River Lakes. Quick shot. Save made. Puck along the side of the net. And the net's off. So the Otters score 2, one from Caden Zender, one from Brant Sherman. And then number 27, Eric Paulson for River Lakes, gets his first of the year. Luke Johnson will take the draw here for the Otters here. Otters are going to win the draw. Sherman behind the net. Over to Caden Zender. Here's Caden with it now. Tries to play it ahead. Sent back in by River Lakes. Brant Sherman just about need there. Engebretson down in the corner. Plays it behind the goal line to Wells. Defenseman Bruntlett, Luke Johnson, sends it out near side to Chase Johnston. Sends it, but not far enough. And here comes number 27, Paulson, who had the goal for River Lakes. Played over to the far side. Quick shot, save made up into the netting. With a face-off in the outer D zone here. With 8:35 to play in the period. Second period, 2-1 Fergus Falls. Shots on goal 24-10 in favor of the Otters. Face-off will be to the left of Holden Stenstrom. Hunter Welly will take the draw here. Bennett Tilke, Hunter Welly, Quinn Sheldon, Brody Crine, and Donahue out on the ice for the Otters. Quick shot there. Otters trying to move the puck out. Here's Quinn Sheldon up the right side. He'll gain the zone to Bennett Tilke. Puck taken away by Mayhew. Mayhew behind the net. He'll skate it up. Back the other direction with it now. Near side pass. Popped out. And we have a interference on Welly. And we got to stay out of the box here. So Welly goes to the box at 8:50 of the period. An interference call on Hunter Welly. Otters on to kill. Luke Johnson, Caden Zender, Brody Crine, and Tanner Donahue. 2-1 Fergus Falls here. 8:10 to play here in the second period. Luke's going to win the draw. Otters will be killing here again. Puck comes out to the point, to the near side. Sticks on the ice in passing lane. One-timer. Donahue with it now. He'll settle it down. Hold it against the boards. It's picked out of there by Bayer. Brings it out high. Shot there. Blocked by Caden Zender. Puck out to neutral. They go D to D. Near side. Played into the zone. Crine will go back after it. Brody tries to ring the boards. Caden Zender will get it, and he'll fling it the length of the ice. Good job by Crine and Zender there. Otters get fresh legs on the ice. Quinn Sheldon and Bennett Tilke. 2-1. Otters lead here with 7:21 to play in the second period. Full head of steam. Wells poke checked away from him. Picked up by Brody Crine. Otters now cleared out to neutral. Isaac Blaschko will go back and pick it up. Luke Warner is on defensively for the Otters. 7:05 to play here in the second period. Puck out at neutral. Quinn Sheldon disrupting play, sent back in. Otters will get a free pass here as River Lakes has a check back up. Luke Warner with it. Otters just barely get it cleared out of the zone. And picking the puck up now is Jaden McIndens. McIndens. Headman pass. Tipped in. There by Noah Omshed. And the puck hit the netting, so we're going to face off in the Otter defensive zone. 6:34 to play in period number 2. 25 seconds left in the interference call to Hunter Welly. Luke Johnson on the draw. River Lakes wins the draw. The puck goes high in the air. Brant Sherman after it. Puck goes into the corner. River Lakes is going to get things set up. They bring it out high to the near side. Shot there low on the ice, directed to the corner. there. Good job by Zender battling along the boards, and he'll clear it out of there. Good job by Caden Zender. He did a great job killing down in St. Cloud as well. Here comes River Lakes at neutral. Shot blocked there by Warner. Brant Sherman sends it out. Luke Johnson will send it forward. A little pressure by the Otters. And we're going to have an interference call. Slap your stick, number 19. We like it. Interference call on River Lakes. Those things are expensive. Believe me. Time of this call is going to be 11:03 of the period. Otters get a power play with 5:57 to play here in the second period. They lead it 2-1. Penalty is going to be on number 42, Eric Jones. He's been in the box his second time tonight, I believe. So Brant Sherman, Luke Warner, Corbin Profit, Zach Pierce, and Cullen out here for Fergus Falls. Now the Otters are going to be able to get their first power play unit on. 5:57 to play here in the second period. Here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Luke Johnson, Chase Johnston, Tanner Donahue, Brody Crine, and Caden Zender for Fergus Falls. Face off to the right here of goaltender Devin Swanson. Golden opportunity. Luke wins the draw. Near side for Crine. Back out to Zender. Zender taps it over to the corner. Got to just take care of that puck here. The puck is going to be cleared out, though, by River Lakes. Near side. Brody Crine will send it back to Zender. Zender at neutral ice. He'll carry the play over the zone. Sent in. A hip check there against, and then a good check by Luke Johnson in the corner. Luke battling there. Puck pops out. Otters got to get possession of it. Here's Tanner Donahue. Caden Zender to Luke Johnson on the back door. Is tied up briefly. Now here's Luke with the puck behind the net. Sends it over to out high to Donahue. Tanner with it now. Right side, Zender. Now to Crine. Crine loads, and a glove save made by Devin Swanson. That's got to be boom, boom. 25 shots on goal for the Otters, 13 for River Lakes. 2-1, the Otters lead it here, and they have a minute 10 left in the power play. Again, we have our Minnesota Motor period break coming up in just a bit. Luke Johnson's going to win the draw, sends it out to Caden Zender. Here's Zender with it, right side. Tanner Donahue low on the ice, shot made. Rebound, it's going to pop out, it's going to be cleared, and Zender will have to hustle back after it. Stenson will leave it for Caden Zender. Here's Caden Zender now. Near side pass for Crine. Crine will ring the boards. Luke Johnson after it. Holds a man in the corner. Tanner Donahue and Luke Johnson take care of a guy in the corner. Sent out to the far side. Kept in nicely by Zender. And then cleared here. 33 seconds left in the power play. And we're going to have a penalty behind the play. A penalty behind the play, an interference call on Tanner Donahue, and the Otters go back into the penalty box. So we had 30 seconds left on the power play. So an interference call here on the Otters at 12:34. I'm running out of space for my penalties. You're going to get on the backside of that, Robbie. Second period, Otters lead it 2-1. So now we have 30 seconds left in the penalty to Eric Jones. Then it'll be out a minute and a half power play here for River Lakes. 4:26 to play here in the second period. Face-off won by Otters, but they turn it over in the slot. And River Lakes will carry it back out. They'll go D to D, centering pass. Now at neutral. With it here is Engebretson. 4-on-4, they're playing it kind of like the big boys here. They're carrying in and out of the zone. Engebretson through traffic. Over to the right side. Luke Warner sends him into the corner. Brant Sherman now to Quinn Wynn Sheldon, but not out. Puck sent back in. Power play now, minute 30 here for River Lakes. Clearing attempt there. Right. Warner wasn't strong enough, or pardon me, by Brant Sherman. Now the puck gets out to neutral. They play it near side to Blasco. He'll gain the line up the left side, outside the dot. Dropped it there for Wells. Right side pass. Quick shot. Going to pop out of the zone to neutral ice, where Parker Wells will pick it up. Or to the far side. Quinn Sheldon plays it forward. Luke Johnson comes on. Bennett Tilke is off. 54 seconds to play, or 54 seconds in the one-man advantage. Good poke check there by Caden Zender. Here's Luke Johnson with it. He'll turn it back, sends it ahead to Zender. A little too far for him, but it goes on goal. Shot there through traffic over to the far side. Caden Zender will play it back in the corner. Good forecheck by Zender. 2:58 to play in the period. 2-1. Otters with a lead. Near side, Blasco right below us. They'll ring the boards over the far side. Brant Sherman will try to get it out. Luke Johnson comes in to join the party. Kept into the point by Wells. And then sent out of there by Luke Johnson. A shot on goal. And here comes Crine. He'll send it back in. Just tapped it in there. Waste some time. Good heads-up play by Brody. Now Zach Pierce with it now. Zach makes a move. Zach down in the corner. Here's Pierce. Out to Corbin Profit. He missed left of the net. Crine will rip one. That just goes over the top of that. I think that puck was standing on end. Zach Pierce. Brant Sherman. Near side. Crine. Back over to Brant. Brant locks it low. Shot blocked. There's a rebound shot and a goal. Hey, how about it? The Otters score. They make it 3-1. What a play there. Brant Sherman had his first shot blocked. Came back with a second one. Picks it up. That finds the back of the net. So Fergus Falls now goes up 3-1 on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Second of the year, second of the night for Brant Sherman. This comes at 14:55 of the period. Who got the assist there, Brody? Brody Crine with his second assist. That's been a good combination. Crine with the assists and Brant Sherman with his second of the night. Otters up 3-1. Puck played over to the far side. Now out to neutral. Luke Johnson after it. Tied up. Now Caden Zender. He'll circle it back. Loses an edge. Luke Johnson. Hit right in front of the Otter bench. Play back in the corner. Over to the far side. Pretty physical hockey game here tonight in Fergus Falls. Puck out to neutral. Now to the near side. McInnes. He'll chip one in. Tapped out of the air. And Luke Warner will pick it up. He'll evade a check. Otters got to keep the physicality up. Zender tried to move it out. They go to the right side. Now sent into the corner. And Zender will tap it out. Otters need a change here. Chase Johnson is going to go after it. Yep. Near side. Quinn Sheldon is on. Hunter Welly is on. 3-1 Otters here. 1 minute remaining in the second period. Out to neutral. Brant Sherman will pick it up. Taps it over the line. Otters over maintain control. Welly tried to pass it left side. Looking for Bennett Tilke. Shot by Brant Sherman. He's sniffing a hat trick. Shot in tight there by Bennett Tilke. River Lakes wants to instigate and push and shove. Just got to walk away. Good pressure that time by the Otters once again. 45 seconds to go in the period here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. I know they got good football down in Recroy, but this isn't a football game. We were playing physical too. We've been matching their physicality. I like that. Off the face-off, played back behind the net. Bennett Tilke after it along with Quinn Sheldon. Sends it out to the point. Sent toward the goal. Hot off the boards. Otters all over River Lakes right now. Really taking it to him. Good job by Bennett Tilke. Quinn Sheldon. Quinn still on the puck. Comes out to the point. Brant Sherman fanned on it. He'll go for a skate. Sent back below the goal line. 17 seconds to go in the period. Good job by Welly. Puck kept in by Quinn Sheldon. Now Welly takes a swipe at one. That missed left of the net. Puck out towards neutral. Just about kept in by Luke Warner. Here's Brant Sherman. Sends it forward to Bennett Tilke. Poke checked away from him. Puck at neutral. And, hey, River Lake Stars guys are a little wild. Little mayhem. Otters lead it 3-1 on the Park Region scoreboard. An entertaining second period. Shots on goal, 17 in the period for the Otters. 7 for River Lakes. Shots on goal, 29-14 in favor of Fergus Falls. We'll take a break. Come back with our Minnesota Motor period break. Listening to Otter Hockey on AM 1250 KBRF, also streamed on the Fergus Now app and on the KBRF Radio YouTube channel. 3-1 Otters.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
Mark Johnson back with you as our Minnesota Motor period break begins right now in a very entertaining second period of hockey. If you're watching on one of our streaming channels or listening, it's been a physical hockey game. There's no question about that. And the River Lakes coaches are still on the bench over there. I don't know what they're waiting for. They're just kind of talking over things before they go into the locker room. But, wow. So shots were 12-7 in favor of Fergus Falls after the first period. There was no score in the first 17 minutes. And then Fergus Falls gets on the board. Caden Zender with the goal. Yeah, it's hard to say. We'll have to look back on that. The tape might have been Chase Johnston. So we got Johnston and Johnson. And then that was at 3 minutes of the first period. And then Fergus Falls at 5:43 of the period. A power play goal, and this time it is Brant Sherman, his first of the year, assisted by Brody Crine. And then River Lakes, they get a power play goal of their own. They make it 2-1 at 7:25 of the period. And this is the second of the year for River Lakes number 27, Eric Paulson. And that was assisted by Isaac Blaschko and number 24, Eli Engerbritsen. 2-1 is the score. And then the Otters get one back at 14:55 of the period. Brant Sherman takes a shot on goal. It goes off the shin pads of, I believe it was number 6, Parker Wells, but it pops back onto the stick of Brant Sherman. And he goes low blocker, and scores his second of the night, second of the year. Brody Crine with his second assist of the night. It's been an entertaining one. No question about that. We'll take a break and come back with more here from Fergus Falls. Otters 3, River Lakes 1, Park Region, service beyond the connection.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
Hey, we're back at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. You know, in our camera, if you're watching your stream, you can see Dave Bishop in the background here. Does a great job. And he's got his Green Bay Packers hat on. You know, look at that. He's got this, there it is. I got to tell you, Dave, my brother went over to the dark side, who is a Vikings fan. He might be listening here. I think down deep he's secretly a Vikings fan. He and his wife love the Packers. It's a lot of fun. But, yeah, what a period that was. Fergus Falls getting goals from Caden Zender, 2 from Brant Sherman, and we got a pair of assists from Brody Crine and 1 from Chase Johnston. But 3-1, and the River Lakes goal, the 1 goal scored by them, was scored by number 27, Eric Paulson, and assisting on that was Isaac Blasco and number 24, Eli Engerbritsen. So 3-1 is our score. The Otters putting 29 shots on goal through 2 periods, 14 shots on goal for River Lakes. Holden Stenstrom is top 13 of 14. Devin Swanson, in his first start for River Lakes this year, has stopped 26 of 29. Otter JV wins tonight by a score of 2-1 in overtime. Simon McGovern gets the overtime goal. The other goal scored by Easton Eckhoff. So the Otter JV gets a nice win tonight on their home ice. Minnesota Motor sponsors our period break, and we'll come back with more after this.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
3-1 is our score. We're back here at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena, and the Otters with a good second period, scoring 3 in that period. River Lakes getting 1 goal. And the Otters have been in the box, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. River Lakes 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Otters got 1 power play goal. River Lakes with 1 special teams goal as well. And so the Otters looking to come out in the second period and continue to play physical hockey. You got to do that. Got to match their physicality. And yeah, it's been kind of fun. 3-1 again is our score. And again, our next hockey broadcast will be next Tuesday up at Brainerd, as the Otters will take on the Brainerd Warriors up in Brainerd. So we look forward to heading down Highway 210 and then Highway 10, then right up to Brainerd and see if the Otters can pick up another CLC win. Lady Otters picked up a nice CLC win, 2-1 over St. Cloud on Tuesday night. Otter boys fell to St. Cloud by a score of 3-1. A lot of fun here tonight, and we got 1 period yet to play. Good crowd on hand, and again, JV winning 2-1. Otters leading this one 3-1. Take another break. Come back with more. Again, it is 3-1 Otters on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region, service beyond the connection.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
Hey, we're back here at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. The score in the Otter boys basketball game right now, 59-68. So they're losing to Wilmer, to the Cardinals. So 68-59 with 7:35 to go in the game over at the Gold Gymnasium. Let's recap the scoring in this one. Fergus Falls gets on the board 3 minutes in, and it's the first of the year for Caden Zender, assisted by Chase Johnston. And then at 5:43 of the period, it's the first of the year for Brant Sherman, and that was assisted by Brody Crine. That was a power play goal. Made it 2-0. And then River Lakes answers on a power play goal of their own. Second of the year for number 27, Eric Paulson, assists going to Isaac Blasco and also to Eli Engebritsen. Made it 3-1. And then Fergus Falls at 14:55 the period. Second of the game for Brant Sherman. Second assist for Brody Crine. That's been a good combination here tonight. So 3-1 is the score. 29 shots on goal for the Otters, 14 for River Lakes. Holden Stenstrom stopped 13 of 14. His save percentage right now is at .927, so about 93%. And Devin Swanson stopping 26 of 29. Minnesota Motor brings us our period break. They're located on South Peb Lake Road in Fergus Falls. We'll take one more break and come back with a puck drop. 3-1 is our score on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region, service beyond the connection.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Where to eat the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
We're back here at the Fergus Falls Trinity Ice Arena. Both teams are back out on the ice as we look forward to the second period. Don't forget, Craig Olson will be back on the Coaches Show this Saturday morning, 8 o'clock on AM 1250 KBRF, brought to you by the Viking Cafe. And good to have Craig back. And I hosted a couple times here for him as he's been gone, helping family members. He lost a brother and a sister-in-law, so continue to pray for Craig Olson. And said a lot going on, he and his wife, Sue. So 3-1 is our score. Otter goals, 2 from Brant Sherman, 1 from Caden Zender. And so that's where things stand right now. This is a young Fergus Falls Otter team, and they'll come of age here. And I look forward to this third period, pardon me. You know, just as we look at our first line. We got a sophomore and a freshman and a junior. The second line has two juniors and a senior. The third line, two sophomores and a freshman. And defensively, a pair of sophomores, Luke Warner and Tanner Donahue, and then Brant Sherman, senior, and Brody Kine, a junior. So good job by the Bantam coaches and youth hockey preparing these guys for varsity hockey, and we're set to go here. Luke Johnson will face it off here against Braden Schultenberg. All right, here we go. Got two officials, one linesman, and Luke Johnson's going to win the draw back to Tanner Donahue. Sends it up along the boards. DD to Krine. Krine near side to Chase Johnson. Tried to move it ahead. It's right in front of the outer bench. Picked up here now to Zender along the near boards. Then sent back in, but there's Tanner Donahue to pick it up along the near boards. Kept in by River Lakes. Good play by Schultzenberg. Battling with Donahue. Luke Johnson comes and scoops it away to Krine. Chase Johnson caroms it off the board, and Jones will play it ahead. Jones just over the line, sends it behind Stenstrom, goes over to the far side. Chase Johnson after it. A little pressure here now by River Lakes early going here. Hunter Welly is on. Brody Krine. Welly plays it over to Chase Johnson. Tried to play it out, but it's kept in at the point there by Henry Eckerman. And finally, Zender gets a stick on it, moves out to neutral ice. Haying, fourth line left wing, will bring it up. Plays it back to Donahue. Here's Donahue with it now. Headman pass to Quinn Wynn Sheldon. He takes a big hit right below us from Jones. And we have a penalty here on River Lakes. Jones is in the box for the third time. All right. So number 42 for River Lakes, Eric Jones to the box at 1:12 of the period. Corbin Prophet will take the draw here for the Otters. I don't know what they call. We'll see what it is. Most likely a roughing. Here's Brant Sherman. Now to Zach Pierce. Zach sends a shot that's going to be blocked. And the puck is going to go up and down. Pierce settles it down to Cullen out. Outside. Oh, and Luke Warner was coming in, and Luke just had it hop over his stick. Played out to neutral ice. Here with 15:27 to play. Here's Brant Sherman. Find his own goal. Right side pass. Here's Luke Warner. He'll gain the zone. Drops it for Pierce. Somebody's got to cover up here. Brant Sherman out front. Luke Warner gets a stick on it. Puck picked up by Zach Pierce. Zach into the corner it goes. 1:15 in the one-man advantage. Puck comes out to neutral. Chipped. And it's going to get out of the zone here. And Luke Warner will go back after it. Luke Warner. Otters turn it over. Brant Sherman gets it in. We'll get a change here now. Get the Otters. Tanner Donahue on and Brody Krine. 51 seconds left on the one-man advantage. Comes back out to Krine. Shot to go! Brody Krine! Came into the high slot area. And Brody will bury it. His first of the year. Comes right out. Brody makes no mistake of that one. And it's 4-1 Otters here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. First of the year, I believe, for Brody. Brody's having a good game here. So Fergus Falls with a power play goal at 1:28 of the period. Assist going to Corbin Prophet. And that's a power play goal for the Otters. Caden Zender. Otters win the draw. Puck right below us. Out at neutral. Luke Johnson will pick it up. Had it come off his stick. They'll gain the zone. Backdoor pass and a goal. Just like that, River Lakes answers and makes it 4-2 on the back door. And it is going to be number 6, Parker Wells, with his first of the year. And so River Lakes scores now at 1:47. So the Otter goal, crying from Profit on a power play. And then Wells scores. And he's assisted by Isaac Blaschko, his second assist of the game for River Lakes. 4-2 is our score in the third period with 14:05 to play in the hockey game. Puck played over to the far side. It's picked up along the wall, played out front, but Brant Sherman will pick it up. Here's Brant. Tried to get over to Tilke, and it's been a Tilke, and it's going to be an icing call on Fergus Falls. So 4-2, just like that. They answer 19 seconds later. Shots on goal 30 for the Otters, 16 for River Lakes. And the face-off will be in the Otter defensive zone glove side of goaltender Holden Stenstrom. Face-off won by River Lakes. They play it down below the goal line. Now Brant Sherman's going to drop it into the near corner. Quinn Sheldon after it, as is, here comes River Lakes on the attack. Brant Sherman and Luke Warner out defensively for Fergus Falls. Brant will pick it up, sends it along the boards, picked up by Bayer. Comes out to the point. They can't hold the line. Pops over the stick there of Eckerman. He'll turn it back the other direction. Eckerman will gain the zone. Sends it. And then Quinn Sheldon is going to ice the puck. So the Otters ice the puck here. 4-2. Otters trail here on the, or lead here, pardon me, on the Park Region scoreboard. An icing call on the Otters. And the beautiful thing in high school hockey, you can change on an icing call. Higher levels, it's not like that. They make you pay if you ice it. Luke Johnson will take the draw here against Jaden McIndens. Luke will win the draw. Back to Krein in the corner. Comes out to the point. Quick shot. Tipped. Chase Johnston picks it up. Here's a 3-on-2 maybe to Caden Zender. Caden will gain the zone. Puck played behind. Chase Johnson after it. Here comes Caden Zender on the forecheck. Tapped out towards neutral. Luke Johnson will pick it up and go the other direction. Now to Chase Johnson, just off of his stick, into the corner. Puck behind the net. Luke Johnson with it. Lost it off his stick there. Otters keep the pressure on over to the near side. Tanner Donahue will make a good play there. Gets a stick on the puck. Sent behind the net. Chase Johnson will go back after it over to the far side. Krein will come in. It pops out to neutral. Now back in. Over the line. Puck out now to neutral ice. Good stick by Zender. Exiting now is number 6, Wells. Wells walking in. High slot area. Shot blocked. Tanner Donahue will settle it down. Good job by Tanner. Tap forward. Here's Zender. Left side. Caden's got a goal in the game. Sauces it towards Chase Johnston. Over to the far side. Corbin Profit will keep it in. Corbin has an assist in the game. Puck comes out front. Popped over to the near half wall. And the Otters have got River Lakes kind of on the run here a little bit. River Lakes is chasing the game here. Otters get a line change. Cullen Alt, Corbin Profit, and Zach Pierce come out for Fergus Falls. It's Luke Warner and also Brant Sherman who has a pair of goals in this one. Corbin Profit on the draw here against Braden Schultzenberg. And River Lakes will win the draw. Blaschko behind the net to the near side. Otters trying to keep it in. Pops out to neutral ice. After up the right side. Shot fanned on Luke Warner with a nice play defensively. Sends it out to Cullen Alt. Back after it is Corbin Profit. He'll go in after it. Checked along the boards. Picked up and out with it now is River Lakes. Good play by Cullen Alt. Up the left side. Cullen sends it over to Pierce. A little too far for Pierce. Back after is Blaschko defensively. Good job by the Otter third line here. And now River Lakes comes back the other direction. Luke Warner with a poke check. And number 2, I thought he blew a tire there. That was Braden Schultzenberg. He goes down. They're going to call a penalty here on Fergus Falls. Brant Sherman. Interference at 5:48 of the period. Tanner Donahue, Brody Crine, Luke Johnson, and Caden Zender on to kill here for the Otters, leading at 4-2 with 11:12 to play in the hockey game. River Lakes is going to win the draw. Comes out to Eric Jones, the defenseman. Here's Jones on the near side. Looking for a shooting lane. Pass now to Bayer. Right side, River Lakes trying to move in. Bayer with it. Locks and loads. Shot blocked out front. Luke Johnson gets a stick on it, but it's not out. Along the far boards. Good job there as Luke took his man into the boards. Caden Zender after it. Otters keep the pressure on. Puck right in front of the Otter bench. Here's Caden Zender. He'll take some time and send it, and Otters going to change here on the penalty kill. Otters lead at 4-2. 1:20 left in the penalty to Brant Sherman. Called for interference. Puck sent the length of the ice and an icing call against River Lakes. So an icing call on River Lakes. Otters 1-2 on the season, looking for their second win. Want to get back to 500. And River Lakes is 0-1. They lost to Little Falls 4-2. They outshot the Flyers at Exchange Arena. Corbin Profit, Hunter Welly, Tanner Donahue, and Brody Crine on here for Fergus Falls to kill. With 10:20 to play in the hockey game. Here's Isaac Blaschko, who's got a pair of assists in the game. He'll take it over neutral ice. Blaschko gained the zone down in the near corner. Bothered by Donahue. Blaschko still with the puck. Sends it out to the point. Blaschko out high, right side. They'll kick it back out now. Blaschko in the corner. Otters, just keep your sticks on the ice. Near side. Puck just about came out. Near side. Shot. Save made. Hunter Welly with it. He'll send it. 30 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Otter. Luke Johnson comes on. Right below us here. Blaschko gains the zone. Luke Johnson picks it back up. Here's Luke with a puck. Accelerating. Luke Johnson coming in and go. Luke walking in. Shot out. He missed it. He had the breakaway, just about a short-handed goal. He is playing with his brother Isaac's hockey stick, I know that. He broke a couple sticks already this year, but good opportunity. Good kill there for the Otters. That would have been nice to bury that biscuit. Near side pass. River Lakes will gain the zone. Walk in, back door, shot in on Stenstrom. And Holden gets on top of that one for the save here. 32 shots on for the Otters, 17 for River Lakes. And Quinn Sheldon, Hunter Welly, and Bennett Tilke come out for Fergus Falls. And Hunter will take the draw here. Back behind the net, picked up by Luke Warner, sophomore defenseman. He'll reverse it back to Brant Sherman. Brant, power turn, lost the puck. River Lakes, good play there out front by Quinn Sheldon, tying up number 28, Haying in front of the net. Little push here by River Lakes. Puck below the goal line. Now down in the corner for Haying. Good play along the boards by Brant Sherman. Quinn Sheldon will toe drag it out. Here's Sheldon up the near side. Cross ice pass for Luke Warner. Warner will pull it back out. Near side, Corbin Profit. Good entry there. Backhands it in. Zach Pierce will join or get out on the ice. Puck out to the near side. Here comes River Lakes. He'll gain the zone. Hoekstra with it. Drop pass. Quick shot. Save made. Stenstrom directs it into the corner. 8:02 to play. Comes out to the near side to Ingebrigtsen. Blocked by Quinn Sheldon. Keep sticks on the ice. It's so important. Passing lanes, blocking shots. Puck out in front of the Otter bench. Sent back down to the corner. Picked up there by Eli Ingebrigtsen. Battling with Crine. Donahue. Crine will get it back. And Brody will loft it out towards neutral ice. Good heads-up play. Otters get a line change. Or Corbin Profit, Luke Johnson comes on. Cullen Alt as well. Good hit by Cullen in the corner, right in front of his dad. Oh, and then Cullen took a good hit. He's back up, though, and after it. With a puck now is Mayhew. Mayhew behind the net, centering pass out front, shot in traffic, and Holden Stenstrom makes the save. And they're chopping wood on Stenstrom. Get him out of there. 42 needs to go to the box. Chopping wood. Been in there all night. And then that's unsportsmanlike. That's unsportsmanlike. There you go. He's out of here. And his night is over. All right. Otters get a power play here. So Dave Bishop called that. He goes, somebody is going to get ejected tonight. And he said it's going to be a River Lakes player. So, all right, let's settle her down here now. Number 42, Eric Jones, is out of the hockey game. Then he kind of yapped at our bench with his hands. He made the signal, and I just don't like that stuff. Let's just call it what it is. And so the River Lakes coach is talking to the officials. Good job by Stenstrom, and good job by our guys keeping their cool. What do they call here, Robbie? We got an official call yet? What's that? Yeah, that's his fourth penalty, yeah. You get 4 of those and you're done. But there'll be it's got to be like a 10-minute as well. They'll add something on there. And so, now, are they going to go bring him back or what? We got a little confusion here, I think. And a lot of confusion here tonight, right now with that. Officials are talking. We got another guy. We got a lot of guys going over to the door over here. And so we'll get this clarified here shortly. You know, this is not how it is at higher levels. Those guys should be on this side of the red line, and the officials should be doing that. It's inexperience. So we'll sort this out here. We don't even know what the penalty is yet. And so the Otters lead it 4-2. We got 7:10 to play. So 7:10 left in the hockey game. Otters lead it by a score of 4-2, outshooting River Lakes 32-20. And we don't even have a call yet. Now we're going to call up to the box here. So the Otters will end up with a power play for sure. And a lot of questions here. And, boy, you don't see this very often. Usually it's pretty straightforward. And number 42, Eric Jones, just came in hard on goaltender Stenstrom. So it's time to play some hockey here, boys. Let's go. So we'll see what the calls are going to be here. Everybody's just waiting here. Oh, we got a call up to the box here. So get the official word here. So we get what do we get?
Two for slash, 2 for
rough. Okay, 2 for a slash, and 2 for a unsportsman, and then a 10-minute. Yeah. Oh, so it wasn't a 10. It's just a. All right. So that would constitute. Yeah, now they got put number 5 in the box. Yeah. All right, 4 minutes. Otters are going to keep it in. Donahue along the near side. Picks it up. Luke Johnson had the puck stolen away. Kept in by Zender. Sent back below the goal line. Here's Crine. He'll set things up. Tanner Donahue with the puck now. Tanner with it now. Down to Crine. Now Donahue. Zender. Here's Tanner Donahue, rips one, and the save is made. So Tanner puts one on goal, and the save is made. The Otters here with a opportunity here to pile on a couple because he can't come out on the first penalty. So Luke Johnson, Brody Crine, Chase Johnston, Caden Zender, and Tanner Donahue. Face-off won by the Otters. Comes out to Tanner. Near side for Zender. Now to Crine. Now Tanner with it. Sends a shot. Luke was there for the rebound, but it hopped over his stick. Here's Donahue with the puck. Sends one. And a goal! I thought that was in! Oh, and then Zender sent it across the ice. And the net is off. Keep it in the zone. So a good opportunity there, and I thought that one was almost in. So 3:16 to go here in the double minor to Eric Jones. Otters lead it 4-2 here. Face-off won by River Lakes. They'll ring the boards to the near side. And then it's sent down the length of the ice by number 7, Griffin Mayhew. And here is Brant Sherman. Otters in the power play breakout. Here's Sherman with the puck. Sends it ahead to Corbin Profit. The Otters are offsides. 6:04. Oh, did he get pushed over? Yeah. You never know. Tonight, it's been a very entertaining game, though, no question. Fans are getting their money's worth here tonight. Face-off won by the Otters. Here's Zach Pierce with it now. Bumped into the corner. Blasco sends it around the boards. Corbin Profit hustles over it, and then it's cleared. It hit their bench. Face-off stays in there. Yeah, the guy's got his stick hanging over the bench. That's why, seriously, you sit down or you just – one thing I hate, like in youth hockey or any hockey, when a guy's sitting with his hind end on the top of the bench, it looks so Bush League. All right, here we go. I get strongly opinionated about that stuff. I'm kind of old school. Face-off won by River Lakes. Sent now out of the zone. Stenstrom will stop it behind his own net. Caden Zender will go and pick it up. Here come the Otters. Zender at neutral ice. Head to Tanner Donahue. Tanner takes it down into the corner. Bumped off the puck, and it'll come back in on Stenstrom. We got 4 minutes to work with here. Now we got 2:15 to work with. Here's Caden Zender. He'll play it. Now to Crine. To Donahue. Here's Zender now. Just handle the puck here, fellas. Let's go. Caden Zender lost the puck. Sends it out. We gotta want that puck here, fellas. Let's go. Sent back in. And here comes the Otters now. Brody Crine. To Donahue. Man, oh man, we're just blowing this power play here. I hate to say it. Here comes the shot save made on Stenstrom. We're to the right side, and then a glove save made by Holden. Here with 4:28 to play. In the hockey game, Otters lead at 4-2. So just struggling on the power play breakout, and this River Lakes clogging up neutral zone. Give credit to them, but here we go. Otters do have 2 power play goals on the night. So face-off won by Pierce. Here's Zach with the puck. Sends it ahead, too far for calling out. Let's go. 4:20 left to go in the hockey game. And Zach will take the draw here. Pierce will take the draw here against Parker Wells. 4:20 left to go. Otters lead at 4-2. Out shooting River Lakes 35-22. Puck to the near side. Corbin Profit. Got a minute left in the power play. River Lakes now walks in. River Lakes out front. Luke Warner had his man tied up. Now Corbin Profit tries to send it out. 51 seconds left to go in the one-man advantage. And we need to get the puck out of our own end here. 3:53 to go. We'll just settle her down here. Otters lead it 4-2. Face off to the right of goaltender Holden Stenstrom. Luke Johnson will take the draw here against Griffin Mayhew. Otters have 44 seconds left to work with. River Lakes wins the draw, but it comes out of the zone. Let's go. Let's skate. Sent in. Chase Johnson will go after it. Sends it to Luke Johnson. Here's Luke with it. Out to Brody Crine. Now to Tanner Donahue. Tanner walks in. Zender. Shot, save made. Rebound by Chase Johnson. Good opportunity there. 23 seconds left in the one-man advantage for the Otters. The number 42, Eric Jones, tossed out of the game. Had called for 2 double minors. Otters control the puck behind the net. They bring it out near side. Now back to Luke Johnson. Luke walks in, brings it back out to Crine. Crine near side. Now to Zender. Back door. Luke will scoop it up to Brody. Now to Donahue. Shot blocked. Chase Johnson behind the net. Now to the near side. Otters keeping the pressure on. Comes out to neutral ice. Chase Johnson with it now. Here's Luke Johnson with it. Now to Chase Johnson. Chase walks in, sends a shot. High up. That looked like it hit the net. Good check by Zender right below us here. And away with the puck comes Eli Ingebrigtsen and an offsides call on River Lakes. Offsides call on River Lakes here with 2:43 to play. And the Otters up by a score of 4-2. And River Lakes is going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Our timeout brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare. Otters are up 4-2.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Between muddy roads and dusty drives, your car takes a beating. Keep it shining with an unlimited car wash membership at Splash Express. Upgrade to the Platinum for a rust inhibitor, hot wax, and ceramic coating in one bundle. Stop by Splash Express next to Premier Meats in Fergus Falls.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Hey, we're back here. Mark Johnson back with you. Our timeout brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare. I got some hockey scores to pass on. Here's one that's kind of interesting. Thanks to Paul Becker. Appreciate it, Paul. St. Cloud leads Alexandria 4-2. Yeah. Brainerd is losing to Sartell 10-1. So it's so crazy. Sartell is back in single A. You know what I mean? You know, the student population of St. Cloud is 2,100. We're barely a little over 600, but that's just, if you petition down like that. But nonetheless, hey, we're winning this one. River Lakes has a lot of students as well. So, Otter boys taking on Wilmer over at the Gold Gymnasium. Don't have a score update on that one right now. 2:43 to play in the hockey game. Otters are up 4-2 here on the Park Region scoreboard. Face-off will be at neutral ice. Again, our post-game show, we'll talk to head coach Mike Donahue, get his thoughts on this wild one here tonight. JV wins 2-1 in overtime. Here's Johnson on the draw here against Paulson. Draws one by River Lakes, sent in. Stenstrom will glove it and hold on to it. And a face-off will be to the glove side here of Holden Stenstrom. Face-off It was on the glove side way over here, and the face-off's going way over there. Just kind of interesting. Maybe the linesman just happened to be standing there. Otters are going to control. Let's see if they get that puck out. Comes to the near side. Backhand out front. Good defensive play by Brody Crine. Backhanded out. Shot there. Shot blocked. And here's Chase Johnson with an empty. Oh, and he missed the empty netter. Chase Johnson with an opportunity. Johnson behind the net. And away with the puck. River Lake's net is empty. Blaschko with the puck. Over to the right side. Otters keep a little pressure on here. Puck behind the net. 2:03 to play. Puck over to the far side. Now at neutral. Olmscheid taps it forward. Chase Johnson steals it away. Over in the corner. Here's Luke Johnson with it. Luke Johnson walks in, shoots and scores! Luke says, hey, I'll pick that up, and he gets the empty netter. So Luke Johnson picks the pocket and scores an empty netter, his 4th of the year. Picked it off the side and finished it off here. Time of this goal is 15:07. 4th of the year for Johnson, and the Otters go up 5-2. Cats in the bag, bags in the river. An old saying. Oh, boy. So Luke Johnson with the goal. And Chase Johnson gets the assist. And it's 5-2. So Johnson from Johnston. And there's no baby powder anywhere, or diapers, or shampoo. Johnson & Johnson, bad humor. It's getting late. Minute 39 to play. Otters up by a score of 5-2. Here's Quinn Wynn Sheldon. He'll rip run to the right side of the net. Comes over into the corner. And picked up here by Bennett Tilke. He'll send it into the corner. Minute 23. Now, nobody do anything stupid late in the game here. That's the name of the game. Luke Warner, near side. River Lakes. Good poke check by Luke Warner. And then Quinn Wynn will pick it up. He'll take a hit at neutral. Puck sent in. And away from the play. River Lakes a little unruly here tonight. Shot and a save made. 1 minute to play in the hockey game. This is an undisciplined River Lakes team we're watching here tonight. Just got to say it. It is what it is. Otters have kept their cool. You know, we've taken some penalties here tonight, too. So 58.8 seconds to go. Otters lead at 5-2 on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Face-off won by River Lakes. 56 seconds to play. Shot there blocked off the stick of Corbin Profit. Puck down in the corner. Empty net once again. And, oh, it hits the goal post. Who shot that one? Was that Tanner? I didn't see. 5-2, they got the net empty with 41 seconds left. So Corbin Profit will take the draw here for the Otters against Mayhew. River Lakes wins the draw. Shot on Stenstrom, and Holden makes the save. And here comes Griffin Mayhew. He'll take the draw here against Corbin Profit, who has an assist in tonight's game. Brody Crine battling along the boards, puck behind the net. Scooped up there along the half wall. 30 seconds left. Blaschko sent it behind the net to Lucas Bayer. Over in the corner. Noah Olmstead after it. Pass out front. Shot save made. Rebound kicked over into the corner. Blaschko with the puck. Now behind the net. Quick shot. And a glove save there. Time by Holden Stenstrom. Let's get another look at that one. Holdy goes down in the butterfly. And check this glove save out. You'll see it here in just a second if you're watching. If you're listening, I'll describe it. Sliding to his left, laying down, and pops it into the glove. 17.2 seconds left to go. Otters lead at 5-2. Going to pick up their second win of the year. Face-off won by River Lakes. Fanned on there on the point by Defenseman Brock Bruntlett behind the goal. Near side, 6-on-5, 7 seconds to go. River Lake still with the puck. Otters with the and they score a bad angle goal there, make it 5-3. Was it tipped in off of one of our guys? Okay, so it was a tip out front from a tough angle. And this goal comes with 1.9 seconds left. 16:59, pardon me. That's 16:58, we'll call it, with 1.9 seconds left. 7 from 11 and 12. They'll drop the puck now. First of the year for Mayhew. That's the end of the hockey game. The Otters win it by a score of 5-3. Holden Stenstrom, a little celebration in the corner there, waiting for the boys to come over. Shots on goal, 38 for the Otters, 29 for River Lakes. And a good victory here for the Otters. They go to 2-2 on the season. And a good win here at home for Fergus Falls. Going into next week against Brainerd, who is losing to Sartell 10-1. Wow, how about that? So nice win here for the Otters. And 5-3 is our final score. We'll take a break and come back with our post-game show. During that time, we'll name our Toyota Quality Player of the Game. We'll have all that for you after this break. Otters win 5-3. Park Region, service beyond the connection.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
Hey, we're back here. Our post-game show begins right now. And the Otters win it by a score of 5-3 and finish a good night of hockey here and a good win here for the Otter boys. And they right now are 2-2 on the season. River Lakes falls to 0-2 on the year. In the first period, there was no scoring. Shots on goal were 12-7 in favor of Fergus Falls after the first period of play. We get to the second period. There were 4 goals scored in that period, 3 by the Otters, 1 by River Lakes. And so the Otters got it going as Caden Zender tucked one in. He shelved one, and assists going to Chase Johnson, but that was the first of the year for Zender. Fergus Falls then gets the second goal of the game. Brant Sherman gets his first of the year with a nice assist going to Brody Crine. That made it 2-0. And then River Lakes comes back. Again, that Brant Sherman goal was a power play goal. And then River Lakes at 7:25 of the period, they get a power play goal of their own, making it 2-1. And this time it's number 27, Eric Paulson, assisted by Isaac Blaschko, and number 24, Eli Ingebrigtsen, made the score 2-1. And then at 14:55 of the period, Brant Sherman gets his second of the night, and it's a carbon copy assist going to number 23, Brody Crine. That made it 3-1. So Crine has 2 assists in that period, 2 goals for Sherman, and that was an even strength goal. Shots on goal after 2 periods of play, 29-14 in favor of Fergus Falls. So it was good to see the shots in that one, and just guys just putting up the shots and getting pucks on net. And then we get to the third period, and Fergus Falls gets on the board a power play goal, and that is Brody Crine's first of the year. And that was there, Joe. My grandson Joseph is joining me in the post-game show. But Brody Crine gets his first of the year, and that was assisted by Corbin Profit. That was a power play goal at 1:28 of the period. River Lakes and answers 19 seconds later, the first of the year for Parker Wells, with an assist going to Isaac Blaschko. That was an even strength goal. It made it 4-2. Then the Otters add an empty netter. Luke Johnson gets his fourth of the year at 15:07. And that was assisted by Chase Johnston, made it 5-2. And then River Lakes at 16:58 with 1.9 seconds left. A tipped goal out front, and the recipient of that is Griffin Mayhew's first of the year. This is going to Lucas Baer and also number 12, Brock Bruntlett. So that made this score 5-3. That's our final. Shots on goal, 38 for Fergus Falls, 29 for River Lakes. Holden Stenstrom has another good night, stopping big night, 26 of 29. And goaltender Devin Swanson, he stopped 33 of 38. And so the Otters win it here tonight by a score of 5-3. Post-game show continues after this break.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
Hey, welcome back to the post-game show. The Otters win it by a score of 5-3, getting a pair of goals from Brant Sherman, one from Caden Zender, one from Brody Krein, one from Luke Johnson, and the Otters win it here 5-3. They go to 2-2 on the season, and head coach Mike Donahue is going to join us in just a second, and then we'll also name our Toyota Quality Player of the Game. And so after the post-game chat in the locker room, head coach Donahue joins us, and I'm going to get you on film here, Mike. I'm sure that yeah, they sure do. Your mom's probably watching, I know, because if I don't have the game on the radio or on the stream, she's not very happy with me. No, Pris, she's watching, and I'm sure Randy's parents.
She's got a big day tomorrow, and we had some bad news with her, so
yeah.
She's having some heart surgery tomorrow, and
sorry to hear that.
No, that'll be great. She'll come out of there better. She's in great hands, so we know that for sure. So praying for her, and we know things will go well.
Yeah, so Pris, we'll be praying for you and keep us updated on the surgery too. So, yeah, wow, this was quite a game here tonight, Mike. And I guess first period 0-0, and finally we settled down. And you like your leaders like that, Caden Zender Jr. and Brant Sherman getting a couple goals early in that second period.
Yeah, I thought overall we came out with good energy. Probably was one of the best first periods we've had yet this year, and kind of got the guys going and made some lineup changes, I think, from the other night, and the guys kind of bought in. And it did every line that hit the ice. It just seemed like they brought the energy, and we talked in the pregame about trying to make some plays with the puck, and I think all three lines did a great job with that.
I know in your postgame show you talked about just kind of poise with the puck too, and that was a better tonight, wasn't it, where we just kind of settled things down?
Yeah, it was, and usually it starts in our end, I think. I think of the first period with Tanner getting the puck up the ice for us. We made talk to him about a couple things along with the rest of the D, and he bought in. And once we can, I think our D need to handle the puck a little bit more. I know you and I have watched a lot of them growing up, a lot of years, and they're kind of pass first guys, which is good, but there's a point where you need to be a skate first, and then if they're giving you ice, you got to take that ice. Your first option shouldn't always be to pass. Your first option is to get that thing, get your feet going north, get up the ice with the puck, and then things will open up for you. I think as we did that, it gave some better options, and it allowed us to get through the neutral zone a little bit more clean tonight.
So we we get this goal by Brant, and then Caden, and then assisted by Brody, and then another combination there. And there was a great patience by Brant. He had a shot blocked. He got it back on a stick and scored. And Brody had a couple of assists in that second period too.
Yeah, it's great to see all those guys contribute. And if our hockey team's going to score goals and be successful, we need to score as units of five. We talked pregame too about we need more pucks than that. We got to shoot the pucks. I think we had over 30 tonight. 38. Okay, so I guess we shot the puck. We found some space and we were able to get some pucks in the net and bodies in the net. And good things happen. That puts a team back on their heels a little bit when you can get out there and pressure them. And when they have to honor and respect the shot, you are forced to defend a little bit differently.
And we got D that can shoot it too. There's no doubt about that. And then we get a power play goal. It's 3-1, and then a power play goal. And Corbin Profit with a nice pass. And there was no doubt about Brody just slid right into the high slot. And I'm like, once I saw that, well, that's at the back of the net.
Yeah, and Brody's he's been overdue. He played a lot of minutes last year and couldn't find the back of the net. And you look at the work that he puts in, and he's just such a steady, smart player. He's always in position. Always makes good plays, and that's a perfect example of him finding that open ice. And a teammate, we talked about making plays, puts it right on his tape, he handles the puck, and he's able to finish.
River Lakes answers, and then Luke Johnson gets an empty netter, and then River Lakes scores kind of a weird one at the end. But Holden had another really good game too, didn't he? And especially that second period, it got a little crazy around the net. And credit to our guys for just keeping a lid on things.
Yeah, for sure. That was kind of crazy second period with the number of penalties and trying to get any flow going. You could kind of feel it the first minute and a half. There was, 5 whistles in the first minute and a half of the second period, so there just wasn't a lot of flow going. And then, both teams run into penalty problems, and that's something that you're up 2-0. I thought we had where ice was tilted pretty good, and then we took what I felt was an unnecessary penalty, and then, they score right away on the power play, and then that gives them just tons of energy. And then we have another power play opportunity, and then we take another unnecessary penalty and off the interference in the offensive end. You just, at those points of the hockey game, you got to just swallow your pride a little bit. You might have to take a lick. The good thing about hockey, there's no out of bounds.
Yeah, that's right.
At some point during the game, somebody's going to be there if that's how you feel. But you can't get caught up, and it's an emotional game. Yeah. Talking to coaches, they were like, "Sure, we never took any bad penalties like that." And then there's about 4 of us in the room, and there are 4 different stories shared. So, we know it's an emotional game, and our guys came out. We just talked about third period. If we're going to win this thing, we got to play with discipline. No unnecessary penalties, and we came out and closed it really nice in the third period.
Missing Parker Tilke and also a Coulter with that injury, and Jared Kennedy still, but you made an adjustment in the third period at St. Cloud, and Chase Johnson would have placed him forward, and Luke Warner has played some big minutes. But it's been great to see they're young guys, freshmen and sophomores, even that third line really stepping in and playing well.
Yeah, we got to be able to have confidence in all our guys. Been doing this a long time. We've tried playing 2 lines before. It doesn't work. You get to playoffs, you need to have 3 lines that can go, 3 lines that are clicking. And then it's nice if you can get to a 4th line and you can get to 5th and 6th D. It's a long season. You see the injuries we've already suffered, and we need to have guys that are up and ready to go. And, you talk about Luke Warner. I've just been very impressed with his game. I talk about Brody and how steady he is. Luke just has great positioning, good poise. He's got a long stick. The biggest thing we were working on with his part of the game was being more physical, taking guys in the wall and controlling them. And you watch him on the wall, his board play has just been remarkable for this first part of the season. So we're really happy with his progress.
Well, good win tonight. We play Brainerd next Tuesday up there. That's a broadcast, and it's a stream game too. But Sartell beat them 10-1. So and St. Cloud was beating Alexandria.
Oh, wow. Well, crazy. But, yeah, Sartell's deep. Talking to Pete, the St. Cloud coach, the other night, Sartell had, I think, 5 15U Tier 1 kids on their JV team. So they're stacked, they're deep. But, you never know what happens. You got to look at goaltending. Come playoffs, and we're building towards February. We've been getting better, progressively better. And that's what it's all about at this time of the year is worry about us and the things we need to focus and work on, and the kids are buying in and bringing great energy.
JV gets a nice win tonight in overtime, 2-1. Simon McGovern and Easton Eckhoff score, but that was exciting to see Simon put that one in.
Oh, absolutely. And you watch Easton score that first goal. His first goal of the year was a great shot from the point, and Easton just hangs out. You try to teach kids, just hang out off that post kind of towards the edge of the circle. Goalies throw a lot of pucks there. And there he is, and he can just slam that home. And it's always exciting to see those kids score that goal. And like you mentioned, Simon as a senior playing there and get a little overtime winner, a little retribution. They lost in overtime in St. Cloud. So they know the feeling that the River Lakes boys had to go through tonight. And it was fun to see them and get 2 wins for our guys.
All right, good win, Mike. Quick turnaround, and then we'll be off to Brainerd, but good win tonight.
All right, thanks, Mark.
All right, Mike Donahue, head coach of the Otters. The Otters win it by a score of 5-3. We'll come back and name our quality player of the game.
The 2025 model year closeout pricing has arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. They have just a handful of new 2025 Chevy and Buick vehicles remaining, and all of them are at their lowest prices of the year. From the Chevy Blazer to the Buick Enclave, you won't want to miss out on these great deals. Contact the sales team for more information.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Awesome, thanks. All right, the Otters win it by a score of 5-3. It's now time to name our quality Toyota quality player of the game, brought to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics, and tonight it's going to be senior captain Brant Sherman. And Brant, with his leadership and defensive play, had 2 goals tonight, and that first goal to get us going. He got the 3rd goal as well. And great game tonight. Also, Brody Crine had a goal and a couple assists, and Luke Johnson had an empty netter, and Caden Zender had one, and a couple helpers for Chase Johnston as well. But a good win here for the Otters, and they win it, and they even their record up now at 2-2. Our next hockey broadcast will be next Tuesday night up at Essentia Health Arena in Brainerd, as the Otters will take on the Brainerd Warriors. Thanks to Dave Bishop, our game side engineer. That'll do it for me, Mark Johnson. Again, our quality player of the game tonight is Brant Sherman. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you for joining us for a special KBRF Sports video streaming presentation. Today's game is brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout, Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard, Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups, Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game, the Viking Cafe and the Viking Cafe keys to the game, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapies Incorporated, Fergus Falls Monument, Otter Tail Coaches, Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's, FM Bank, Service Food, Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Splash Express, American Legion Post number 30 of Fergus Falls, Lake Country Graphics, LB Homes, and by Running Stitches Embroidery. We hope you enjoyed this KBRF video sports streaming presentation. You can see this game and others by going to KBRFradio.com, clicking on sports streaming, the KBRF Radio